Let's do this again. All right. So I want to take. I want to look for. Let's start over. I just want to understand this. So I
Hmm.
want to do a. I want to try to get a HELOC loan. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to. I have to pay 20% of this loan in Mexico for this house. All right, which is
No,
fine.
you're not saying that.
I'm not saying that. That's what I need it for. I'm not telling them
Yeah,
that.
I was about to say don't say that because then with mortgages here in the states, that's all we care about. We can't see
Yeah,
anywhere else
exactly.
outside the United.
So my house I bought for 770 in New York. I owe
Right. Hold
seven
on, hold on just a second. Hold on just a second.
751.
Hold on.
I owe like I'm trying to see if it's gonna go back to this. I think I owe like 740 on it. So I bought it for 770. I think the house is worth like 830. So I need to ask the questions to the loan. Um, ask them the max LTV, the loan to value. What exactly is that?
That's the amount of loans that you have leveraged against your property, which is the value of your property.
Okay. So what is that? What is mine right now? It has to be below
80.
80%.
No, yeah. So most places require 80% max, right? You're at 89 right now.
Okay. And how do you figure that 89 out?
So you take your mortgage balance and divide it by the value of the house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's just like your regular division to get a percentage. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like that.
okay, okay. So then I have to ask them if they need an appraisal. What's the importance behind that just so that they know how much it's worth?
Correct.
So am I basically like giving up a portion of this as collateral to take out this credit card of a HELOC?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have to ask them what the DTI is, the debt to income ratio requirements are. What exactly is that?
That is the amount of income that you have versus your bills, including your house payment, right? So let's say that you make $10,000 a month, but your bills cost you 4,500. So that's 45%,
Okay. So
right?
then if I will I tell them that I live in Mexico and I tell them my
No,
rent, but I could just tell them the amount of my money that my rent is.
you you your house right now is technically your primary residence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you have to say.
Okay.
So you would say that's your residence, right? Because they're not going to give most places don't give HELOCs on something that's not a primary residence.
Okay.
So you need to keep that as your primary residence because that's how you file in taxes. They don't need to know shit about Mexico because it's irrelevant. So basically, once they do know about it, now they have to bring that into play, right? So they can't unhear
Yeah.
or unsee something.
All right. And then it's the other question is, can you calculate my income prior to pulling my credit report? And this is the reason because it will save my credit.
Right. You just let them know, like, look, I'm trying to see what all my options are. I'm just trying to figure out if I need to do a personal loan or if I should just do if I should do a personal loan or if I should do a what's it called, or a HELOC, right? And you're just saying, well, I'm just exploring my options before, so I want to minimize the amount of credit pulls. They're usually going to try and tell you, oh, well, we need to pull your credit in order to see. But no, most of the time they can calculate your income. Most of us as a loan officer, we just don't want to do that because it's a waste of time. So if I spend 30 minutes to an hour calculating your income, and then you say, oh, I don't want my credit pulled, that you just wasted a fucking hour,
Okay.
right?
And then the last one is, can I use depleted asset income? Why? What is that?
Yeah. So it's basically the amount of your assets divided by 360 because you would be using those assets to cover yourself as income, right? So take whatever your asset portfolio is. So if it's 500,000, right, you want to divide that by 360 or the length of the loan. So they would say, okay, well, that's the equivalent of $1,300 a month
Okay.
of income, right? Which would do a lot to help offset. income from rental.
Okay.
So
Okay.
even if you just have a little bit, so it's just something to where you're making yourself bulletproof. Like, okay, well, if I do this, then I can do this. It's like, all right, cool.
Okay. All right. Are there anything? Is there anything else that I need to do?
No, not really. You're just gonna bounce around. You're gonna bounce around. Like the interest rates aren't the greatest if you try and use asset depletion. They're not like the greatest rates, but at the same time, if you can get a HELOC out of it, it's pretty fucking good. You know.
Yeah. I mean, the idea is I'm gonna pay this off like within the next 30 days.
Okay.
It's
And how
just
much is the loan that you need?
I just need like 50 grand.
Okay. Um, that may be. I'm trying to figure out if you have. I don't know. Let me think about it. Yeah, make your calls. See if you can find some places. Make your calls. But call from like a Google Voice number so they can't call you back.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
All
But I
right.
gotta hop this meeting. I'll call you back after this meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.